years ago, Dad owned a gun club called the Aqua Sierra Gun Club. Dad used to love to shoot, trap, and skeet. And so for the people who don't know what trap and skeet are, it's a shooting sport where you shoot clay pigeons. And I remember when Dad and I were in, it's not had anything to do with Clark's gun. Well, Dad did shoot it there, but we were at Mitchell, South Dakota doing the Corn Palace there. And they had a couple of ringers at the local gun club that were going to set this up, and they were going to show Roy how to shoot, see. So we went out to the club and set up, and Dad never missed a target. I mean, he was just like a machine. And it was with Clark's gun, because after he got it, he wouldn't shoot any other gun than that one, and he just kept smashing the bird. Well, anyway, he cleaned everybody's clock that day, and so the reporters were there, and they said, Roy, I noticed you love to shoot, but what do you like to do in your spare time? He said, well, that's what I like to do. I like to shoot, trap, and skeet. Oh, okay. They finished out the interview like we're doing here. Next morning in the Mitchell, South Dakota paper, says, in Roy's spare time, Roy Rogers likes to shoot craps and skeet. It shows you how good newspapers are. You can always hang your hat on what they tell you, right? Anyway, getting back to Clark's, Dad owned this club called the Aqua Sierra Club, and he used to shoot a lot. And he thought this little club became available, and then there was a little pitch and putt 9-hole golf course there that Clark would come out and play a little pitch and putt with Dad, golf, but he loved to shoot, trap, and ski. Well, one day, it was a Sunday afternoon, I remember real well, and Clark had come out and wanted to shoot a little around a trap. He had this brand new Model 12. And so Dad said, well, let's get a bunch of guys together and we'll shoot. So they got 3 or 4 other guys, and they went out and shot around a trap. And of course, Dad smashed everything in sight with his gun. Clark only hit 4 out of 25. So he was not a happy camper. He was very competitive. Clark was very competitive, just like my dad was. So he didn't like the idea so he thought, that was a fluke. We'll try it again, So he went in and shot again. He only broke 6 or 7. So he'd had it by then. The humor had gone out of this whole thing. So as he was coming off of the trap field, he just held the gun up. He says, anybody want to buy this S.O.B? Well, Dad made about 2 jumps and got a hold of it. He said, I'll buy it from you. So Dad bought it from him that day. And Clark says, boy, I hope you have better luck with it than I did. Well, they went back out on a trap field. 20 minutes later, Dad busted 25 out of 25. They went back out and again and shot another round. Dad busted 25 out of 20 with Clark's gun. So it added a lot of insult to injury to this thing. And the great thing about it is Dad got the case and everything. So the case has, I think you have the case with, I'm not really sure, but the case has, because Clark Gable on it, has his address on the key fob on it. So it's kind of neat. But cute story. And Dad, after that, he had bought several shotguns down through the years, but that one was the one. He took it to the Grand in 1959, the Grand Championship out in the Grand National Shooting Competition in Ohio, and he would not shoot another gun. And that was the one. The last time he shot it, that's where it's set. So great gun though.
Wildcat Kelly, looking mighty pale, was standing by the sheriff's side. And when that sheriff said, I'm taking you to jail, Wildcat raised his head and